Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing a little diptych of a lino print that I actually got inspired by from doing a house plant drawing. So these are the two lino prints that I have transferred from the A4 drawing down to A5. As you can tell, they're quite different in terms of contrast. So this one is just the negative space which I was aiming for. So you got the line and then you have the blocks and the line to separate each section. This one works in the same way, but instead of having the blocks printed onto the paper, it's going to have the actual physical line printed onto the paper, whereas this one's going to be the blocks printed and the lines are going to be missing. I thought this would be a really nice contrast to basically the same print, the same object, but in two versions of how one object can be translated into two different ways for us to see the negative space, but also in black and white. I'm just going to quickly line these up with ink, wet the paper, and then do a little test print. Okay, now that both of these have been lined up, you can get a real sense of what the print is actually going to turn out to be like before you actually get to print it, which does initially help with trying to save money on your printing costs, even though a piece of paper can be as cheap as 2p per piece if you're just using normal printing paper. But if you're using something more expensive like cartograph paper or just any kind of thick paper that you just save for an actual professional print, this is a good way of being able to see what the print is going to look like before you actually print. And this technique really only works when you're doing a lino print like this one. As you can tell, where I've carved away at the lino print, as I was rolling on the ink, some of it was picked up by the roller, and this was completely on a flat surface, so already the fact that the ink was picked up on these sections, you can kind of tell that it's not going to be pristine. You can, of course, go back with your lino cutter and cut off these little bits just to make it a bit deeper so that the ink won't be traceable. So yeah, I'm going to quickly put the paper down and then we'll go ahead and print. Can't quite remember if I mentioned before, but this is actually reusable paper that I call it reusable paper. It's basically paper that I've used in the past and it's had bits of drawings on it, just pencil drawings that I've just rubbed out and reused the paper, just because I don't really like waste. We're just going to carefully place these prints as central as possible. You can get away with just being slightly off when you're putting down the linos, because if the paper is slightly bigger than you want it to be, you can just go ahead and cut it down to shape and size. Obviously, if you can get it right the first time, it avoids extra work later on. So I'm just going to get, my rolling pin is just basically this PVA bond container, just because you can use a kitchen roller if you really want to. It's totally up to you, as long as it gives pressure from the lino onto the paper. I don't see why you can't use it. I think we'll do this side first. So this side is the lines. Okay, already you can tell that I need to put a bit more ink onto the print. It doesn't mean I can't go back and actually reprint this, but it does look like it's moved very slightly, especially in this area. Either that or I've got a bit of water saturation just in that area. Again, it's very easily solved. Once it's dry, you can just reprint on top of it and you just get a nice, stronger, more pure contrast. Okay, let's see the other side. Okay, again, having a bit of trouble with printing and the ink coming off of the lino print, especially around on the left hand side, which is a little bit annoying. Again, from what you can see, the lines do come out quite well. The only problem I didn't actually think about, because this is a block print, I have to make sure the bottoms will definitely match up, which you can tell this is slightly lower than that one. And again, because you can't see the top of here matching up with that one, it's not so bad up here, but because it is the bottom that has the marks, you do have to make sure that they do match up. Again, you can see all the little marks that was left over that actually did print onto the lino print that need to be carved out in order to make a more successful print, really. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please do let me know what you thought in the description. I always say description box, I don't know why, in the comments section below, and also give it a like and subscribe. And I shall see you guys next time. Bye now.